Today I'll be showing you how to paint Boone, Arcade, and Cass from Fallout, Wasteland, Warfare. These are all resin figures, so make sure to wash before you prime with gray. And then for our first layer, I painted both the guy's pants with flat brown by Vallejo and Cass's jacket with leather brown by Army Painter. Then I painted her pants with night blue by Vallejo. Base coated their skin with flat flesh, but then with Arcade I mixed a little light flesh in already because he is pretty pale. Boone's base is a little more like pavement, so I use uniform gray. And then Cass and Arcade's bases are a desert, so I use leather brown. Boone has a Dinky the T-Rex on his base, so I painted that with flat green by Vallejo. And I painted Cass's hat with Iraqi sand. I used brown sand on the planks of wood on Boone's base, and then on the wood on Cass's gun. But then the wood on Boone's gun, I used leather brown yet again. Paint some black with whatever black you have. This is mostly just the guy's boots. And then I remembered to paint Iraqi sand on Cass's boots. Paint chainmail silver by Vallejo on all their guns. Paint Army Painter's pure red on Boone's first recon beret. There's some bottles on Cass's base that I painted with Thundia brown. And a little bandage on Arcade's base that I painted with mummy wrap by Army Painter. You can also use pallid witch flesh. I went back over Cass's pants with Bofferoff blue by Citadel. And then on all the gold areas, I use bright bronze. This is Cass's medallion, the little pin on Boone's beret, and some spots on Arcade's plasma defender. Then I mixed some flat flesh, uniform gray, and a little bit of black to do the fade on the back of Boone's head because he's balding. I painted Arcade's hair with ivory by Vallejo. I painted his glasses black, which were surprisingly really hard to do without hitting his eyes. Fur brown for Cass's hair. Base coat Arcade's lab coat and Boone's t-shirt with wolf gray by Vallejo. Paint all their clothes and bases except for the areas that will be white later with a mix of Agrax Earthshade and Dark Tone. Flesh wash on their flesh, Dark Tone on their weapons, Seraphim Sepia on Arcade's hair. And then to paint the undershirt on Cass, I would recommend Centaur Skin by Army Painter, but if you don't have it like me, just mix Pixie Pink by Army Painter and a little bit of ivory. If you can do the flannel on this scale, then you're a better painter than I. Go back over the skin with Basic Skin Tone by Vallejo, paint all the white with whatever white you have, including their bases, shade the shirt and lab coat with Apothecary White, and then I rim their bases with Tesseract Glow because Fallout. Go back over all the wood with brown sand. I dry brush some desert yellow on Arcade and Cass's base, and then on the pavement on Boone's base I use ash gray. And then being very careful, Dragon Red by Army Painter, I painted the Followers logo on Arcade's shoulder. I literally just made a circle with the little pad he has and a cross on it. On this scale, that's all I'm going to do. After a matte varnish, here they all are. But what do you guys think? You think they turn out alright? You're not. You have these figures? You're not. You like Fallout? Let me know in the comments below.